child pedophile ring busts recently. So everything that is going on right now, everything that everybody's doing, it is making a difference. So we just need to keep pushing to try to, you know,
I'm glad to see or hear about progress on those fronts. But again, what I know from my life experience, especially in the climate that I live in, is some of these old power structures that are well connected, they've been having their way or doing what they want with children or looking the other way at people that do for so many years that it's a really difficult thing to wrest that sort of thing from their hands. And so, in my path, in my experience, I stood in the same courtroom that was handing the person that molested me 0 prison time and got 23 years for assaulting pedophiles. And that's just so shocking and so glaring that it almost leaves me speechless. And it's not because I feel sorry for myself. It's because I just wonder, how did these people in their right mind continue to let people that prey on kids out while they lock people up that prey on child molesters? That's just mind blown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mind blown. So, but that's our reality right now. That's where we live in, and that's why it's so important for people to pay attention and listen. If a child is telling you something, listen. Like when I was a kid and I tried to tell the people in authority around me what was going on in my house, it was a church environment, and the church people drug us in and told us we needed to forgive our dad who was molesting us and beating us because he had repented, and we were going to keep it in the family and everybody be quiet and send us all back home together again. And that sort of thing is not, I mean, that's no way to address a child who's had their life destroyed.
Absolutely not.
Hopefully, yeah, some of this will stir up some heat and some interest, because I promise you, if we're worried about lives in general, we should be very concerned about our children's lives and how they turn out. Because let me tell you, when you come from a house like that and you live a life like I'm living now, you've just been robbed of everything. And I don't want to see that happen to any other child. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I mean, this might be not the right thing to say, but these not only are our kids, but they're going to grow up to run the world, you know, and all of these child molesters are messing their minds up. Like, we can't be doing this. Like,
Well, and that's the biggest long-term cost that everyone is going to have to deal with, and it happened to me. My entire moral code and all of the decisions I made in my life, everything was skewed from the get-go. Because you have to imagine, if you're a young child and your brain and your body are forming and someone is beating you like a farm animal or molesting you, it forces change on you that you're not even aware of till later on in life. So throughout the course of my life, I like to think of myself as a good person. I'm a decent person. I'm a kind-hearted person. And yet, a lot of the choices I made along the way demonstrated that clearly I had zero self-worth, zero concern for the future. My life had already been removed from my hands. And if you multiply that by thousands of kids, this is happening all the time in a lot of different places in this country, you're going to have another generation and another generation and another generation of people that are just never had a proper opportunity to start from the get-go, and that should be scary.
and it's not even just this country; it's all over the world.
All over the world. That's exactly right.
All over the world.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I mean, for me personally, what should be is every child predator out there should wonder every single day when one of us is going to rise up and come looking for them to get revenge or just to put some balm on the wound. I want all of them to live nervous and in fear that that's going to happen, because I promise you, all of us together are much bigger and much stronger than the group that preys on kids. I assure you of that. There just hasn't